Throughout the conflicts I have endured, I have tempered my will to fight with speed and adrenaline. Monsters rampage and lurk, and other mortals come forth with an infinite number of complex tactics. But each fight I have endured has served only to hone my blades and senses. This world may grow dangerous, and others may come with treacherous and insidious intent. But I will always be faster to embrace the fight, and I will always be ready to cut them all down. Words to live by as a mangangayaw ranger, born to the conflict, and I born to the seas. When your elders speak the tales of monstrous beasts from the depths of the sea, bedtime stories that bring forth nightmares, well, they are all true. I had once traveled from island to island until the storm and monsters came. Everyone on the ship perished, and I drifted to the shores of Timanduk, alive but left with nothing. I used my skills to maintain a semblance of life within this place. Everyone always needs the occasional boat hand when fishing on dangerous waters. It is a good life, but I do miss the adventure. Then, the Raja of Kailahon called forth great and experienced warriors from all over. I took to the call of adventure once again, and hoped that I may save up for a boat of my own. But this is a dangerous life, and the quests we depart to leads to all manner of dark and dangerous things. This time was no different. 6 of us were gathered for a hunt that only the strongest can accomplish. In this party is the Baliti Elf Volcano Cleric, the powerful barbarian, the Umalaga Dragonborn Babaylan, the Genasi Sidai Bard, the Balat Kayo Half-Orc Warrior, and myself. We were sent to hunt the BUWAYA. This monstrous crocodile creature had taken a portion of the river wetlands as its territory. That river path is used by many to travel and trade with the other villages of the island. But with the BUWAYA, any traveler would be killed or severely maimed by it. The BUWAYA is no ordinary beast. It is what we call a beast spirit. All things that exist in this world possess animating spirits. Many of them are known as small spirits, entities that reside within the pebbles on a stream or the staff of an adventurer's hand. They have minuscule awareness, typically including a single instinct or purpose. Meanwhile, spirits of monumental things such as the ocean or the sun are commonly known in this world as gods. Beasts are mortal creatures. Like the folk of the world, they are born to mothers, they live, and they die. Their souls pass on to an afterlife. But this doesn't always happen. Sometimes, a beast becomes revered by their kin for their unusual wisdom. The gods of the dead may have forgotten to come for them. Sometimes, instead of growing old, they choose to simply grow. Whatever the reason, these beasts have transcended mortality and became spirits in their own right. BUWAYAs are one such spirit beasts. They are very aggressive to any that enters their territory and very hungry. Often BUWAYAs are said to believe that by consuming powerful spirits, they could transcend to a kind of godhood. And our job is to kill such a beast. We took to the river's path and rode on small Baroto rowboats. The plan was to take the path until we reached the creature's territory. we can then take to land and find the beast. Unfortunately, the river has its own dangers. Perhaps it was due to the presence of the BUWAYA, or just sheer dumb luck. But we had unwittingly floated towards a migrating swarm of quippers. Dangerous things that could consume a man in a few minutes. The boat of our babaylan and Balatkayo warrior was knocked over, sending both of them to the river waters. We acted as quickly as we could to get them out, but the quippers had smelled the blood of the babaylan. I tried to grab at their hand and pull them to the boat. The Balatkayo warrior had managed to climb to safety. Unfortunately, we were too late to save the babaylan. The swarm of quippers were all over him. Seconds it took. The screams of anguish was all we heard when they took him under. We all saw the blood and the mangled body parts. Well, the parts they didn't eat, that is. It was a painful way to go, but there was nothing else we could do. All I can hope for is that his spirit may be guided to the waters of the dead, and that someday we may see him once again amongst the ancestors and spirits of our kind. We pressed forward, determined to finish the hunt. It didn't take us long for us to reach the territory of the beast. But as we were readying ourselves to land on the river shore, this strange fog had just bubbled up from underneath the waters. We could barely see 10 feet from each other, and then the waters rose under us. A huge silhouette of a creature had emerged and bit at the boat of our cleric and barbarian. The creature had used a fog spell to ambush us. It had now trapped our 2 comrades on the boat as it attempted to sink it beneath the river waters. We took this chance to head for land as our Balatkayo warrior threw her harpoon-like weapon. She struck at the boat and with the rope attached, pulled with all her might. It was a tug of war between her and the beast. Meanwhile, our volcano cleric used the rope to rappel herself to land, while the barbarian fought off the huge monstrous beast. But the BUWAYA was angered and slammed its tail towards the barbarian. He fell to the waters and managed to grab on to the harpoon rope. We pulled to get him on shore, but as we did, a strong tugging sensation bit at the end. We continued to pull, and instead of expecting the barbarian, we saw the BUWAYA had clenched its jaws on the struggling warrior. With no choice, we attacked. Weapons swung, and our magics released. It was a long and bloody battle. The beast would not be taken down so lightly, and after a while half of us had already been struck down, unable to get back up. With the last of her spell slots, the volcano cleric called forth the magics of Nulkab and covered herself in a shell of molten lava. She leapt at the jaws of the beast and was swallowed whole. We saw the BUWAYA writhe in pain as smoke sprang forth from its orifices, until it lay down dead. In the end, we had survived. Many of us injured, and even the cleric was recovered alive inside the creature's maw. With a few potions and herbs, we got back on our feet to bring our trophy back. We returned to Kailahon as heroes, slayers of the great BUWAYA. Though we had lost one of our own in the quest, we had made sure none of the villagers would be eaten by the spirit beast again. I look forward to the horizon, the sea breeze in my face, and though covered in scars and bruises, I feel alive. Thanks for listening. Continue rolling those dice. If you like my content, then like and subscribe so I can upload more stories like this in the future. Goodbye.